At least I don't think. No, okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics. This is the artist known as Andrew speaking. It is Friday night, and it is the Nerd Den. Yeah. How y'all do? Oh, shoot, I'm wearing the wrong hat. Once again, sorry.
You're fired.
I should
Unprofessional.
be. I know, I should be. All right, so Todd and I were talking about doing a series of videos where we just sit around and tell stories and talk about some of our adventures, whether it be, going to conventions, meeting artists, just anything that has to do with comics. And we were joking that a lot of the stupid crap we did, it was together. We had a lot of stories. And then there's stories that have absolutely nothing to do with comics, like the Dart story and, Dad is Gay. That story centered around a comic book convention. So I guess that's, yeah. But we have lots of stories. I said, what we should do is we should get together every now and then and just, kind of tell the story, but make sure, you kind of keep me honest, so I'll tell the story and you can jump in and say, oh, wait a minute. No, actually you did this, you didn't do that. And we recorded, we did our first recording and we talked about a convention that we went to. God, we were in high school. We had to have been in high school because I don't remember. We were trying to pinpoint the date that we did, but it was a trip that we took to Tampa for a convention, like a hotel convention. At the time, we didn't know it was just a simple little dinky hotel convention, and we recorded the video, told the story, and I recorded it on my Draw channel, which has like 9 subscribers, so nobody's ever going to see it there. But I did it so that I could download it and then edit it and maybe, cut in some visual references. So like if we're talking about an artist or we're talking about a specific comic, I could actually show the comic in the video. But we did our first recording and we had a lot of fun doing it. So I did mention to Todd that we're going to have to invite Avery in on some of these because he was there on some of those stories and he has a perspective.
Thank you.
As well. We're going to throw it out there. Damn it. You don't have to. But
no, thanks.
Yeah, but you could offer some really good, wisdom.
I don't care.
Recollection of stories.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
It doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but to us, we think it's funny.
Go for it. Knock yourselves out.
And we're still trying to come up with a name for it. We originally said life. It was either Life in Comics or Life of Comics. We still haven't figured out what the name of it is. Just because it's not all about creating comics, but comics is the centerpiece to a lot of the stories. And we actually when we were telling the story about this convention that we went to, we kind of went on a tangent and talked about the Rick Leonardi, meeting him and so forth. Oh, here, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, and he walks into the room.
Hello.
Did anybody know where that quote comes from? I've said it numerous times in my life, but I don't know where it came from.
It comes from, wasn't it like vampires? It's a vampire.
No. It's something about speak of the devil and he walks into the room.
No, the vampire is like, you can't come in unless he's invited.
Right. But this is the devil. We're not talking about vampires. What I was telling the guys about is our first recording for our new series of stories. And I told Avery he was invited to join us on some to give his perspective, and he declined. As we knew he would, but
yeah, because I don't care.
If he sees how much fun we're having, he might want to join us because he's not.
I don't even really want to be here.
Avery, is it brotherly love or just commitment to a cause? The reason why you come in every week?
He's a sadist. Have you not realized this?
I feel like I'm kind of stuck with you assholes.
True.
It is so true. It's so true.
Well, speaking of someone who didn't share your childhood,
AMK,
Jacksonville Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah.
I can happily say with all honesty that I really don't give a shit.
Okay, well that's all right. Trust me, we weren't inviting you to any of these recordings, so
I'm good.
We
I
didn't get a notification.
I could balance that up by telling you stories of my childhood in India, Hong Kong, Korea, and Japan if you wish. But
now hold on. If you have a story with Todd that's centered around comics, we'd love to hear it, like a convention or something like that.
most of my stories about Todd are relate to either role playing games or sitting in a bar talking about role playing games.
Yeah,
let's
do that.
That was really the focus of our friendship up.
Has nothing to do with
it. Still is.
comics,
RPGs are awesome.
Yeah, it's I can tell you that one funny story about the time. All right, so this is a funny story if you want to hear it. At least I thought it was funny.
It better be funny. If it's not funny, we're kicking you from the stream.
No.
Oh, good. Then I can go to bed early. So this must have been about, I don't know, 10 years ago. We were both the regulars at a gaming store called the Brooklyn Strategist. B-Strap we called it. It's in Carroll Gardens in Brooklyn, which is a pretty shishy neighborhood nowadays, as it was. And we were this is when D&D version 5, 5th edition was coming out, and it was being tested. It was actually being play tested. That was one of the places it was being play tested at. So our friend Matt Yording was GMing it, and we played like a campaign that lasted about maybe 2 months, and it came to a final big battle against the witch, and I was playing what was known as a wild mage, which is a sorcerer whose magic the key behind this is that every time you cast a spell you have to roll a dice, and if you roll a certain number, something really weird might happen. So we were 2 hours into a 4-hour session. This was supposed to be like a massive boss fight that would probably take up the rest of the session. I cast a spell. I roll the effects dice, and this evil ice witch, think like, I don't know, Maleficent from from like that movie, who's probably going to kill like all but one of us before the court was over, got turned into a sheep. And those were the rules, and it was a sheep. And so Matt's pulling his hair out, thinking, well, wait a minute, we got, this is supposed to be a big fight, and this is a sheep now. You can kill it in one blow. So we start chasing. So basically, like the next 10 minutes, we're chasing the sheep around because the effect doesn't last permanently. She would turn back into a witch after like 2 or 3 turns. So he basically declares that the only way anyone can kill that sheep is if they roll a natural 20, which in D&D terms is basically like doing like a hole in one.
Impossible. Yeah.
And I think it actually was Todd who shot it with an arrow. He rolled an attack. He rolled a perfect natural 20, maxed out the dice, which basically meant, like the sheep had like 3 hit points. He hit for like 12, like 15. So basically, like when it was over, it was basically like a few chunks of blood, and it was basically a smear on the ground. And that was that. The game was over. We had 2 hours to go, so we ended up going to a bar. At least that's how I remember it. I think Todd, you might remember it differently.
No, that's pretty good.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep,
Speak of the devil. Originally, speak of the devil and he will appear, originated from 16th century English and Latin superstition, reflecting a belief that speaking the devil's name would summon him. It was once a warning against invoking evil, later evolving into a lighthearted 20th century idiom for when someone appears just as they are being discussed. The origin of the phrase stems from the belief that mentioning evil spirits could summon them, simply similar to not wanting to tempt fate. The earliest version recorded in the 16th century within the early English version being talk to the devil and he's presently at your elbow. Never heard that. 17th century usage, Italian writer Giovanni Torino recorded the phrase in a 1666 work, Piazza Unsalable, interestingly noted the year as 1666. The evolution, originally a serious warning, but by the 20th century, it shifted to a humorous way to acknowledge a coincidence when a person, often a friend or acquaintance, unexpectedly walks in or calls while they're being discussed.
Well, that would be Speak of the Devil, right?
Yes, speak of the devil. So I've never heard speak of the devil and he will appear is what it originally was. But I've always heard speak of the devil and he walks into the room. So I may have been the one that quoted that. That may be something from
That's
me.
an original. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's even more valuable
yeah,
now.
it's very valuable.
MK says,
Yeah,
no
because you
notification.
do tend to mix up your colloquialisms and
I do.
things like
I
that.
make up my own. That's right.
Yeah, you mix them up a lot.
MK says he didn't get a notification, Andrew. What's your problem?
I don't know. The only thing I did differently is instead of creating the live stream, I set the time for 8:30.
Oh, maybe that doesn't give
It's
a
the only thing.
notification.
Why would it not send a notification though? I think that's
No.
stupid. So I don't know.
No.
MK says he's heard both versions. So
Mhm.
okay. But anyway, speak of Todd, and he shows up. He is Todd. Therefore, Todd is the devil.
It's amazing how my intro just became like a 20-minute long monologue on the history of devils walking into rooms.
Yes, but it's so profound and prolific and on point.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, look forward to seeing the first video, which we still have not come up with a title for it. In my mind, it's Our Life in Comics or Life in Comics or Life of Comics. I don't really know. Nothing flows yet. It doesn't, but it's going to be stories that encompass comics in some way. This
Nerd stories.
Nerd stories, yeah. It's not nerd stories. Because if we called it nerd stories, we would then have to include Zach's stupid.
It's like
story about
comic.
his
It's whatever.
Yeah, that's nerdish. I don't want to do that.
I think I'm going to be in trouble tonight, though.
Oh yeah, why? What'd you do?
Because I have a, I've got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old, and for about a year, I've been trying to get them to watch The Goonies.
Okay.
And finally, tonight, I got them to watch The Goonies. I haven't realized how sheltered my kids are because they're like, it's like the movie's halfway through and they're just like terrified.
Really?
Yeah, they're terrified. They couldn't even get through, and I should have known because
it does have moments. It does have moments, though.
We had to turn off Home Alone.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because the idea of Macaulay Culkin being home by himself with no one there, scared my oldest so much. It was like a horror movie to her. That's like her biggest fear, apparently. So I'm like, what is it with the 80s? This is why we're tough, because we grew up on this crap, and it was like excellent. We didn't think twice about it. My kids are like growing up on like,
No, we were latchkey kids.
Huh?
We were latchkey kids. When we got out of school, our parents were still at work. We had to just figure out how to get home.
That's right. Mm-hmm. This is true.
Yeah, and we went to school on the other side of town.
That's right.
So you just kind of had good luck. Here's a bus. Got a friend with a car. Take the city bus.
And half of the schools were in the hood.
Whatever you do, Todd, whatever you do, don't show your girls Monster Squad.
Wolfman's got nards.
I had a guy came in, and he was a young guy, and he was picking up a copy of Monster Squad on Blu-ray, and he had heard about the movie, but he'd never seen it. I'm like, dude, you're gonna enjoy the hell out of this. This is great.
Yeah.
And
it's fantastic.
the honest truth is, it's not the greatest movie in the world.
Okay.
But I have fond memories of it. Same thing with like Cull. I have fond memories of that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't stand. Never-ending story. I don't think it stands up. To be honest,
that's my wife's favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, but I don't know if it stands up anymore.
Yeah,
I think a lot of those movies do still, compared to modern movies, stand up just fine.
For sure. Well, there's a lot of like segments in the Goonies that I forgot about. Like, they knock over the statue and they knock over like David's penis or whatever falls off the statue, and they're trying to like put it back on, and he's like, "That's my mom's favorite part," and like. And when like it's like, why was it the mom's favorite part? I don't understand. We're like, it doesn't matter, you know. And like, there's the mouth who is Corey Feldman is telling the Hispanic maid that this is where the marijuana and the cocaine and the heroin go, and like. Anyway, there's like all these small things I didn't remember, but I was like, I'm just
right.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Maybe you show them something a little milder with like Princess Bride before you go to like Never Ending Story or The Dark Crystal.
Do you know what I think really holds up, even to today? Gremlins.
But see, this is terrifying to the kids. Like
it is terrifying, but oh my God, we want
to show Princess Bride, but there's like a torture scene and the whole like bringing them back from the dead thing.
Oh.
You know, the one thing I never got about Gremlins is the fact that they were at school on December 24th. Because they were like, okay, we're leaving for Christmas. Christmas is tomorrow.
That used to be a thing, Andrew. They didn't used to have
a whole
Christmas
week
break for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
different places
a week, but
different places did it differently back then.
Yeah, man. Like it wasn't like a mad, you know, it wasn't like all these like where I am now. Like these teachers don't even work, man. They really don't. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate, like, oh, teachers. But like, no, I mean, like every other week there's a teacher work day, and then there's like all these new holidays, and then they take off other days, and I'm like, they get off like several.
You know, I'm rather surprised that Avery did not point out the fact that it's obvious that movie was directed by a Jew because Christmas was not important.
Well, I wasn't going to go there with.
I mean, you're talking about Gremlins?
Steven Spielberg, yeah.
Yeah, well,
listen, when you call Todd the devil, and I didn't bring up a certain phrase that really pisses people off. I'm trying to take it easy on poor Todd.
I know, man.
We're just continuing to tease Todd.
Well, there's a part in Goonies 2 where like he escapes, and he's escaped the bad guys, and he's trying to get the cops, and he escapes to the highway, and he flags down the car, and he starts telling. Before he gets in the car, he's like telling, like, "Oh my God, I just saw the scene. I escaped, and the bad guys, and they kidnapped my friends, and blah blah blah." And of course, it's the bad guys in the car,
right?
And Chunk's reaction, again, these are all the small things I totally forgot. His reaction is to go, "Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu," like he's like singing Hebrew prayers, like.
You know what you need to do if you actually make it through to the end of the movie, you need to find the interview with Drew Struzman where he talks about creating the poster art for the movie. I saw a clip of it where he was talking about how he had a bunch of the neighborhood kids all come together, and he was on his second story, and he was like taking photos of them hanging on to something to use as reference.
Oh yeah,
and for all the kids hanging on, and they could care less. They had no idea that their bodies were what were used for the reference for his painting. And he actually did 7 different versions because of the fact all the kids in the movie were like, wait, why does he get to be the top? Wait, so he did 7 different versions of the poster where each one had a different kid at the top of the,
oh my God,
the chain. Yes. I mean, but yeah, and it was like one a week. They rolled out one every week where it was, you know, the first one had what's his name, Thanos, as the lead kid, and then they switched it out with they kept switching it out.
They were real posters, like they actually used all 7.
He painted them all. Yes.
Yeah, but they used all of them as posters.
Yes, all 7 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanos and Samwise Gamgee were in the same movie.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw them, and I saw they had a panel at MegaCon. I saw it. It's interesting.
Dude, it was years before I realized Gomez is his dad.
Wait, it was Thanos, Samwise Gamgee, Short Round, the girl from Pretty in Pink who was recently in something that we just watched. Crap.
Molly Ringwald.
No. The other girl, but she was in the show with the guy that plays the Hulk from Avengers.
Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah, it was a Mark Ruffalo show. Task. She was in Task. She was like his boss in Task. It's a show on HBO Max. Like Task Force is what it's short for. But it was pretty good.
It sounds like Mask.
But yeah, no, Task.
Well, I mean, I remember. Only thing I remember from that is Corey
Feldman.
Corey Feldman. I keep wanting to say Corey Lewandowski. Oh.
Well,
like if you were going to mix up the Corys, why wouldn't you mix up Corey Haim?
Not yeah, really, like different category.
The point is that they were all kind of like, he was. Well, first off, he showed up and he was wearing like gold lame pants and a silver coat, so he was easy to see. I was sitting in the back of the theater, and he was shining, so that was cool. The other thing I remember is that Robert Davi and Joe Pantoliano were there.
Okay.
And they were really playing up the old Italian, the old crotchety old Italian guy. I think apparently that's what they do when they get together. They spend like the entire time just basically shitting on each other, and it was funny. I mean that's literally like their bit. Robert Davi and Joey Pants just like bullshitting each other while the other and no one else in the cast can get a word in edgewise. And,
that's actually kind of funny. Joe, whatever his name is, was in one of the episodes from Wonder Man.
Oh.
And
how was Wonder Man?
Jen and I, we're only up to episode 4. She's not really getting into it, but they did something that only Marvel could do and get away with. In one of the episodes, Simon Williams is going to an audition, and the guy says to him, "Hey, I don't have a doorman clause." And he goes, "It's okay, no big deal." And then he goes on, and you're like, okay, it was a throwaway line. They literally did an entire episode explaining what the doorman clause was. And what it is, do you guys remember that fake, stupid-ass team called the Great Lakes Avengers?
Of course.
Yeah, which had Squirrel Girl, Mr. Impossible, Flat Man. Well, there was a character on the team called Doorman.
Oh
and
my God.
He wore all black, and he had the
Circles.
the diamonds for the eyes. Yeah.
Well, they did an entire episode talking about this man, and what it was is he was a bouncer at a club. He found some goo on the ground. He touched it, and it gave him powers, and he could become where people would walk through him and go into another room. They literally, he became a door for any place, and he eventually hooks up with Josh Gad, who is the voice of Olaf from Frozen. And spoilers for the episode. And
wait, I'm so lost. He hooks up with the actor, or
yes, the actor Josh Gad,
so
and
he's playing himself.
Yes, and he convinces the guy to be his like personal bodyguard type thing, but he gets him out of situations by creating doorways for him, because you actually go walk through Doorman to get through the other side. Long story short, he becomes an actor, right? And he does all this stuff, and soon as his star starts to fade, he's taking more jobs and trying commercials, TV series, whatever, right? And at one point, they're filming a movie with Josh Gad, and something happens, and Josh Gad goes through him and doesn't come out. And they can't find him, and he's been missing for months. So they created a rule in Hollywood that if you have superpowers, you can't be an actor. And it's called the Doorman Clause. So they literally did a whole episode to explain that one freaking line from the TV series.
Was it worth it, or was it kind of a wasted episode?
We're sitting here, we're watching it, and of course, Doorman is a black guy. The character is black. And we're like, is this somebody we already know? Is this somebody we didn't know who he was. His name didn't sound familiar. It wasn't like Simon Wilson's brother or anybody else he's met. It's like, where is this coming from? And as soon as he called himself Doorman, it clicked with me, and I knew who it was. And I'm like, okay, well, where is this going? The entire episode was to explain one line of dialogue from a previous episode. Only Disney could do that, man. Only Disney could take an entire 34-minute episode to explain one throwaway line from a previous episode.
Nobody else could do that and get away with it.
It sounds a little retarded.
Well, I look forward to seeing what happens next, but wouldn't it be great if they introduced the Great Lakes Avengers at some point?
That could be cool.
Dinosaur was one of the girls, the big fat lady, I forgot what her name was. Needless to say, I thought it would be great if they actually put Squirrel Girl in there or something, because Squirrel Girl was part of that group at some point. So, oh well. Well, hey guys, you want to see a couple of comics that I picked up this week?
God, please.
Oh, okay.
That show sounds terrible.
It looked interesting. I'm always curious because it didn't actually seem to.
Well, like I said, the wife is kind of like
didn't tell you anything about what it was.
No. The previews made it seem like it was a joke, and by the end of the first episode, I was intrigued enough to see what happens next. So, they at least hooked you, even if it was just a little bit at the end. And we're 4 episodes out of 8 into it, and I'm still ready for the next one. If it wasn't for the fact I'm doing this live stream, we'd be watching the next episode now. No. So. Okay. But I'm just going to show you. I just have 3 comics real quick that I wanted to share. This is so sad, but I picked up the second issue. This is Dark Horse Comics, Kyoto 84. This is the Usagi Yojimbo spinoff, like a future Usagi Yojimbo. This is issue number 2 of 5.
Yeah.
I showed you guys when I bought issue number 1. I still haven't read it yet.
I've never seen that book.
It got put into a pile, and I just haven't read it yet. And I went ahead and just bought the second issue just to give it a shot. But it's like, do you remember when they did the it was Lone Wolf and Cub? They did like a future Lone Wolf and Cub, like Lone Wolf and Cub 3000 AD or something like that.
It's called Ronin, yeah.
No. There was a Lone Wolf and Cub, like future version. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So the other 2 issues I bought were
are these new issues?
Yeah, this week.
Oh,
this week.
Okay.
That's why I'm showing them to you.
That's why I said 84, and I was like, I've never seen this book.
Yeah. So, and this is I don't know. I had an urge for some reason to buy these, but I picked up 2 blank sketch covers. The first one is She Spawn number 1. And I kind of got an urge to do a sketch, but I haven't done it yet. And then the other one was DC versus Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the sequel to the original DC versus Sonic the Hedgehog. This is called
Is it a sequel?
Metal Legion. Yeah, it's an all new number 1.
There's a first one?
There is a first one.
Like they did this?
Do you guys not remember me showing you the covers?
No. I would have blacked that out, dude.
But this is it's the Justice League. And dude, they have made toys of these characters. Like it was Shadow as Batman, Knuckles, I think, is the Flash. The girl is, of course, Wonder Woman.
Is that a book that's actually selling? Like people are actually buying it?
Enough that they're making a sequel to it.
Oh my god.
But I mean, Sonic is still a popular character with kids. By the way, remember how I showed you guys that one Sonic number 1 that I had, and the grade only came back a 5.0?
Yeah.
Like, and what's his name? What's his name was interested in it, but he said no, that's okay. It was the first thing I sold last weekend when I took it to the store. I knew somebody would buy it, so. But She Spawn. I don't know if you guys know anything about this character, but you see her image, where you see she's got the long flowing red hair, which I can't turn down the red hair. When she switches over to her where she's human, her hair is short. She has short hair.
Interesting.
So she only gets the long flowing hair when she becomes She Spawn. And
who drew it? That's not bad.
Let's see. Who did the art? Ig Guerra. IG Guerra.
Oh, I like him. He's good.
Yeah, it's written by Gail Simone.
Oh,
which,
no.
It kind of killed it for me. But, I mean, I think the character looks great. And check this out. Could you imagine Call of Duty and Spawn action figures?
That looks great.
That's from McFarlane Toys. It's Call of Duty and Spawn.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then, of course, he does, hockey players. I don't know why, but I guess there's somebody out there that
hockey. He loves hockey.
Did you know I saw at the store? Walmart had them. It's officially licensed NFL Transformers, where they're literally the robots transform into a football helmet. And Mike showed me pictures, but I've seen in our store a Dallas Cowboy and a Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, they don't have a Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Why would they do that? That sounds stupid. But there's a couple other. There's like a Kansas City Chief one, but it's literally a helmet that transforms into a robot. But it's officially licensed NFL merchandise. Transformers.
Logo man.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But anyway, you want to see the inside of this Usagi Yojimbo thing?
Yeah, let's see it.
I'll show you real quick.
Zoom
I mean,
in.
I like it. It's got the European sense to it, where it looks like
that looks
it should
great.
be on.
Who drew that? That's not Stan Sakai.
No. Let's see. I'm looking for like a page with some look at this. All these panels.
That's totally a European guy.
Totally European, but I mean, it's very cool.
That's hand painted, man. That looks great.
Yeah. Well, no,
Wow.
it's probably digitally done.
I don't know. It might be traditional.
Story by, let's see. Art and lettering by Jared Cullum. I have no idea. I don't know who that is, but I think the style looks pretty. So that's one of the reasons why I picked up issue number 1. It wasn't pretty enough for me to read it, which is kind of sad, but I'm working towards it. You got panels like this,
That's great.
But yeah. I mean, I thought it was worth picking up. I mean, I'll eventually get around to reading it, but. Yep. Got some character sketches.
Yeah, that's really good. That looks hand painted, bro.
Yeah, no, I seriously doubt it.
It looks hand painted to me.
Yeah, well, you don't know anything about painting.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm
You're so
sorry.
mean.
I was talking about myself.
You're
I
so
don't know
mean.
anything about painting.
You paint. You do a little painting. You
No,
haven't painted
I
in a long time. But...
No, I don't. I know. Black and white and gray. Yes, that's about it.
Yeah, hold on. I got to go get a drink of water. I'll be right back.
Speaking of which, I'll take a quick sip myself.
Right back.
SMR, water drinking. So guys, what's new and happening in your necks of the woods? Anything interesting?
Well, right now there's a really big rock concert in.
Oh, you mentioned that $500 for a pass.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's crazy, but yeah.
Well, that's for a weekend pass. It's like I think it's $250 for a day, which.
Jeez, that's still.
I mean, I guess I would like to see Flyleaf again, but. Or I think Guns N' Roses is one of the headliners. But yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, Axl, well, he what happened to him happens to the best of us. Although he's probably the best of us, he got fat.
Oh.
Well,
But you're gonna say got old.
Well, that too, but yeah, it's Foo Fighters. I think Foo Fighters was the headliner today. There's a bunch of bands. Some of them I heard of. Some of them I have no idea. I have no idea who Poppy is. I think I've heard the name.
Okay.
Warning, no idea. Suicidal Tendencies, no, yeah. Zach Sabbath, he's really, Zach was really milking that. Seven Dust, they're still around. Static X, more butt rock. A lot of butt rock here.
What's butt rock?
Think Nickelback era post grunge, pretty much.
I never paid attention during that time frame. So
Jared Cullen's Jared Cullen's work is traditional.
Let's see. Disembodied Tyrant. That's. I gotta say some of these death metal bands, you gotta wonder if the name if the music if the bands live up to the names they come up with. That's like Rotting Christ, Dying Fetus, Flesh God Apocalypse. Cattle.
Are these names of artists?
No, these are the actual band names.
Oh,
I think the favorite one is Cattle Decapitation. Yes, that's the actual name of the band. Cattle Decapitation. I mean, I don't know why they don't call themselves Anal Probe and get it over with. But
oh, jeez.
So Goonies was a bad idea.
Okay, yeah.
They're like my youngest is crying and she's terrified, and I'm like, why? Like nothing happened. Like you didn't even get to see half the movie.
Did you tell them it has a good ending?
We did.
It doesn't happy ending. Well, that was like when I finally showed Seven to my daughter and her friend. We sat down and watched Seven. They weren't as shocked as we were when we first saw it or we first heard about it.
Well, yeah, because way more graphic, disturbing stuff had come out by then that they had already seen first. Jared Cullen's from Tennessee. He's American.
What? Who are we talking about?
The artist from the Yosagi Yojimbo 84 thing.
Right. Okay. That's awesome.
His work's traditional.
Okay.
It's not digital.
Cool. Well, it's good stuff, so.
It is good.
So, Todd, what else is happening down there? Or up there, I should say.
Well, I mean, I update you guys on Thursdays, which I really need to start making it a little more public, but working on the adult fantasy app to make all these videos and stuff, and it's coming along.
Hey, what did you think about my idea about doing an adult fantasy horror?
Yeah, I mean,
I say horror, and I don't say movie.
I love adult fantasy
video,
horrors.
comic.
Lots of horrors.
So many things you could do,
Yeah.
But what's so funny? Avery showed us that trailer for the new
Evil Dead.
Yeah. And one of the things about that trailer that scared me the most was the scene with the whoever it is got their fingers caught in the car door.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is like my number 2 biggest fear.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, shower curtains and getting your fingers caught in the door of a car. Oh God, that
shower curtains, like not knowing who's behind the shower curtain.
Right. I cannot go into the bathroom with the shower curtain shut. Have to pull it open. Pull it open. Yeah, absolutely. Cannot handle it. That scares the ever living crap out of me.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel that.
You feel backed up. You go shut the curtain and then go in there and sit down. You'll scare the crap out of you. For me, I mean, I have weird things that scare me, and
you never know. It's a thing.
Getting your fingers. That's one.
Yeah,
that's a little much for me. But I'm just saying, there's things that scare people that can really scare people that doesn't need, doesn't need huge special effects. They can be practical effects. Just the thought of them. Did you ever see the movie with Kevin Bacon? The one where when he's a young kid, he steals like a loaf of bread for his sister, and they send him to jail, and he's in one of these horrible prisons, and it's because it was the place, the grocery store that he stole the bread from was also the post office, so it was considered a federal crime, not just a civil crime.
Of course,
or state crime.
It was with Christian Slater and Gary Oldman.
Christian Slater and Gary Oldman. Yes, and there's a scene in which Gary Oldman hobbles him with a straight razor, like cuts his Achilles tendons. Oh my god!
Oh, that yeah.
Oh, I can't. That is another. That's like number 3 on my list.
It's a comedy.
Yes, a comedy. But yeah, it was.
those are some of the most
Murder in the First. That's what it's called.
Murder in the First. Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, Kevin Bacon is freaking fantastic in it, but that scene just it's one of those ones I just can't watch straight on. Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless
Yeah.
you.
MK says Evil Dead looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
trailer
it's
looked
good.
Fantastic. Yeah. It looked great.
Right.
That director seems to be on a tear. So
Rise was kind of like it had good gore, but none. Like the characters were terrible. They just. I just didn't care.
They were also modern characters, weren't they?
Yeah, I was just like, don't care.
And you know what I mean by modern character, so
I just didn't. I did. I was just rooting for the Deadites, and I missed the humor. I missed the humor.
that's the one thing that I'm worried about with this movie. Like this Evil Dead movie looks fucking great. Like
it's going to connect to the other two, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I just
really okay.
I don't like it's cool that it connects. I just hope that it has some humor in it because that was the part of Evil Dead that I really liked.
Yeah,
the fact that it was horror, but it was also kind of a comedy. You know?
Yeah, there would be one scene where you're like, oh, then you'd be laughing the next.
And I have a feeling that this is like straight horror. You know?
Yeah. The whole reboot has been straight horror the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys heard that they're actually doing some studios doing they're rebooting the Resident Evil movies or something. They're doing a Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
The director's like straight up said that it's gonna have nothing to do with the games at all.
Yeah.
And apparently, it's literally just like the most cynical cash grab. It's a pretty cynical cash grab. The guy basically has his own horror film, and they slapped on the Resident Evil name on it just for publicity.
Yeah. I watched the trailer. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it might be an okay movie, but it's not Resident Evil. Nothing about it looks like Resident.
Maybe my kids would appreciate that since they don't appreciate the Goonies.
Oh, stop!
I mean, if they can't stand the Goonies, how are they going to stand Labyrinth?
Oh, I don't even know what to do because like every 80s movie is like a classic and it's all like I don't know. I can't.
And the rating system was way different.
Oh, E.T. is going to scare the ever-living crap out of them as well.
Oh my
That's
god!
what I'm saying. I can't show them any.
You've got to start traumatizing your children.
Obviously. I'm trying.
God, you're seriously, your daughters are freaked out by the Goonies.
Yeah, my youngest is up there crying right now and doesn't want to be alone. And Melissa was like, "Can you come up here and stay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm on my call."
Oh my god! Imagine the horse scene in Never Ending Story.
I know. Well, they saw it. They saw Never Ending Story, and like, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand.
They freaked out
a little bit, yeah. But you know, we had to remind them that everything was going to be okay. It was okay. Like
not for that horse.
He's pampered, man. Like
not for that horse. It didn't end up okay for him. He died. He's not coming back.
I mean, good luck showing them Raiders of the Lost Ark,
or anything,
or even Bambi.
Yeah.
Just like showing the first 5 minutes and say the end, and just like turn it off.
Never mind.
Oh my God! For the love of God, don't show him Old Yeller.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or don't show him Sleeping Beauty either.
Old Yeller. I'm gonna pitch that to Melissa. Hey, we should do Old Yeller next.
Old Yeller was a traumatizing movie for children. You know,
it really was. Yeah.
Hi kids, let's watch this animated movie about rabbits. It's cool.
Or the secret of Nim.
Oh my God! Secret of Nim. I got him to watch the Secret of Nim, but Secret of Nim is so like it's so deep for adults that they just didn't get it. It went over their heads.
All right. Jesus. Well, I mean, you can only, if you want to toughen them up, show them the Lost Boys. You tie them to a chair,
I want to. Yes, I know. On Fright Night, that's on my to-do list.
Yeah, like strap their eyeballs open like like Clockwork, like Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange.
I mean, you would think the Goonies is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Actually,
I love that movie.
Nightmare on Elm Street is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
There's literally, I forgot which one it is, but there's one where he's like chasing the girl down the stairs in the house, and he falls, and you can see the mattress that he lands on. That's at the end of the stairs.
Really?
Yes. And there's another scene where he's chasing her, and she runs through the dining room, and she grabs a cloth napkin and throws it up at his face, and he's like distracted by it. I mean, it's sad. Ayla and I watched it together, and we were laughing our ass off. It is.
Yeah, the first one's funny,
even though it wasn't supposed to be.
No, but I love it.
Hilariously funny.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna have to look up. Really quick.
May I make a suggestion of an '80s movie that they might get?
Sure. Maybe. But I don't. It's the things you don't remember. Like,
yeah, but it's the evil guy was really evil. You know, that's like saying that the Black Cauldron. You know, the evil in that was evil. You know, they've made evil characters silly nowadays. You know, they're silly evil.
I mean, look, I don't get. I mean, they love K-pop demon hunters, right? And they're actual demons in those.
Yeah.
And they're actually pretty scary looking from a certain perspective.
Yeah, show them all dogs go to heaven and be like, except for you, you're Jewish.
We did. Why should they've seen all dogs go to heaven?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were okay with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they like that. You know, we had to talk about it, but
yeah. Oh man.
Todd, I hate to say it, your kids need some seasoning.
How old's your oldest?
9. She just turned 9.
9. I was already watching horror movies by 9.
I'm telling you, man, kids today are not as sturdy.
Desensitized.
We haven't done a good job of desensitizing.
When I was 9, I was sitting with my friend Eddie watching RoboCop, and we kept rewinding that scene where like the big robot basically blasts the corporate executive to pieces. We thought that was hilarious. But then again, we were boys in the 80s, so
yeah,
a bit differently back then. I'm just waiting for them. I'm just waiting for Hollywood to reboot Goonies. I think someone actually asked about that, and like the whole theater booed.
Oh yeah, some of these movies can't be remade adequately. Not in today's climate.
All right, so in Nightmare on Elm Street, they're like setting up all these booby traps for Freddy, and at the top of the stairs, there's a sledgehammer that comes down on his head, right? And he goes down the stairs and lands on a mattress.
Wait, what? Yeah, let's see it. Show it again.
Okay. Lands on a mattress.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So good.
Well, I mean, practical effects. Sometimes you do what you got to do. Freddy's mattress stunt is what the video is titled.
Yeah, I guess they meant that angle to be sharper to hide the mattress, and they screwed up the framing.
Yeah, sometimes, but the funny thing is,
shot to have.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that made the movie. That made it.
The
movie. They kept it in. Oh well.
Well, people wouldn't notice.
I honestly,
at the time, I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It wasn't until watching it with my daughter.
Never known it.
It wasn't until watching it with my daughter did I realize it and laugh my ass off. So.
Yeah, you can laugh at it now. Like now, I can look at that stuff and be like, "Oh, it's really good." Like
MK says, "Same in The Happening."
Happening. Yeah. Mattress scene.
There's a mattress scene in The Happening.
Look up mattress scene happening. What's happening? Okay. Just type in what's happening on a mattress. He says a boom mic, literally floating at the top when they're in the house, talking just towards the end. So type in happening boom mic.
You know,
happening movie boom mic.
You know, I just thought of something. You know how all these reboots of like classic movies from the 80s and 90s they've been making over the last few years, they almost always fail, or they don't do as well.
Yeah.
And I think
most of them are terrible.
Well, not just that. It's just, well, they're terrible. Yeah, but I'm trying to, but I think the reason why is if you watch those movies now, like even the ones that were supposed to be serious, they didn't really take themselves that seriously. You know, it was kind of there was always kind of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge feeling to it. Like with Point Break. Great movie. I love it. One of my growing up.
Yeah.
And if you watch it now with kind of like a critical eye, I think like, yeah, this movie is ludicrous in a good way. It's like he jumps out of an airplane without a parachute.
MK.
And there was no message to it. It was just like Catherine Bigelow thinking, okay, how can I make something awesome, and she pulled it off.
Yeah. And the 80s was like, how do we make this awesome?
And then they did the reboot a few years ago, and it was just so self-serious. It was like so po-faced. And
yeah,
you're watching thinking, yeah, this is more like someone's like manifesto for like a on a global warming march than entertainment. It's like they have to they feel that the whatever they're making has to make some kind of statement about something. And well, back in the day, they didn't care about that. If they did, if they didn't let it over, they remembered that they were making entertainment.
Really quick.
Anyway,
MK says, I lost it in the theater. Guy in front of me goes, quote, so I'm not the only one who sees it. See, honey, to his wife. We were cracking up.
I just did a Google search. Turns out it happens a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
Boom mic showing up in scenes and then leaving it in.
Well, that was just actually pretty common with a lot of the early blaxploitation movies. Like Dynamite and so on, because they were so low budget, they literally only had the money for one take. So So if the boom operator like dropped the mic, and you couldn't fix it in editing, it stayed in because there was no money for like another take. I mean, because that was back in the days when they were shooting on celluloid. So so it wasn't like today where you just wipe the drive and start over,
or just type some words and have it make it for you.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you were using actual film, and you only had a limited number of cans, and they were expensive because they had actual silver in them.
Dude, we need to make an AF horror movie, and every now and then the boom mic needs to drop into frame. It has to happen, kind of like what's his name and his lens flares. You need to have a boom mic fall into frame.
Did you ever did you guys ever see that movie I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So it's like the Wayne brothers parody of like the Shaft, the Mac, Superfly, all those like 70s blaxploitation movies. And they have a scene where, like one of the female characters like suddenly does some like weird kung fu, and they deliberately do it so that she's like a black actress. Then they cut to the stuntman doing like jumping around, and he's like a white guy with a mustache, long hair and a mustache, wearing the same dress. And then they cut back to her, and she's like in the same pose he was, but not as cool. And it was funny, I thought, but yeah, that's all I got, guys.
That's fair. MK says, Todd, you've seen the Chinese AI that allows you to take a comic page and it animates it? Yeah, I have. There's a couple out there. I've actually, so one of the things that is on my to-do list, like my milestone list, it's going to be Q3 the way it's going, but is to add sort of a comic generator to this whole AI pipeline, because I figured out a way to. I've got the scripting tool, and I figured out a way to actually generate the pages, and modify it, the panels, so you can have full control over every panel. I think for us, we would use it as an underdrawing because I think we're a little more traditional. But anybody could use it as a comic, and then you tie it into the slabs, to the digital slabs, and I think you got something really, really cool. In fact, I'll show you. Check this out. This is actually on my something I'm working on right now. It's like on my screen. Look at this. You see this? Yeah. So what this is obviously a render of the rays. But what I'm working on now is I've just started working on a relighting system that once it's ready, you'll be able to kind of relight the image and like do a render and kind of see the tests for it. Yeah, it's a rather large app now. it's excellent. It's amazing. It's also like, we're getting there. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm just going through the steps that I normally do to make an episode, and just kind of making a tool for it, so I don't have to pay anybody else for it. Really, that's kind of what it is, But yeah.
All right. I realize that Rick's not here. Richard's not here, but he's going to ask, when's the next episode of What Files?
I mean, I'm at the storyboard phase, and I built it so that I can generate all of the storyboards. So I will do that this weekend. I've been basically, the storyboard tab is the most complicated because I have to be able to render single images. I have to be able to render grids, which is like a 3x3 of storyboards. And then today I actually I imported Gridzilla. So Gridzilla is a standalone app, but I also need that tool inside of this bigger system. So I imported and kind of connected everything with Gridzilla so that I can chop up these grids and then assign them to different shots. And so now I'm on the next stage, which is once I have all of the shots, I usually go up and I sweeten the image. So, and there's like all these AI tools with in-painting and lighting and all that kind of crap. So that's basically what I'm doing now, is like getting the tools to sweeten the image, to get the best storyboard you possibly can, because that's basically the key to a good video. And then we've got video rendering, and then at least with this app, this stage of the app will be done. Eventually there'll be audio and all that kind of stuff in it, but I'm not, the MVP is just trying to get the cuts correct. So that's a way to not answer your question, basically.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's probably, in all honesty, it's probably another few weeks.
It's so funny. Todd is working on the next episode. Mm-hmm. He's just creating an app at the same time.
Yeah. It's actually going to save me a tremendous amount of money. So
it's like the first pill that gets created. It takes millions of dollars and years of research, and then once you create it, you can mass produce it. And
the other thing too is, the reason is because none of these apps are made for creating real things. Like, all these companies are making millions and millions of dollars, and all they're doing is like throwing spaghetti at a wall. Like, anytime there's a new open source project of like, oh, you can rotate your scene in 3D, they just take that open source project and pipe it into their subscription platform. And that's great, but it's great if you're just making a single image. Like, you can make anything now, like, not even a question. If you want to make a short, you absolutely can. Trailer, totally. But to make an episode is so much work, because you end up having to use like 4 or 5 tools, and then on top of that, half your day is like figuring out the prompts by talking to Claude inside of Claude. So I was like, well, why don't you have an agentic flow where you could have an agentic chat, and the chat can actually help you make the thing you want to make. So that's really where it all came from. And that, and the fact that I'll be able, now I've already cut like so many of these AI services because I just said, well, the honest truth is they're all pulling from the same place. Like, they're just rappers. There's nothing special about what they're doing, you know, like, not really. For the most part, they're just pulling models from 3 or 4 different sources, and they're just building unique interfaces for these other companies, for these 4 companies to get paid. Like, that's basically what's happening. So why not just do the same thing, but targeted to actually making episodes and comics?
Yeah.
Like,
actually creating something that's
actually
more creating
something real. Yeah. So, and I understand why no one wants to do it, or no one has done it, because it's a mountain of work. It's a shit ton of work. But I mean, it's, you know, again, it's the double-edged sword. Like, it's a perfect time to do it because everything is slow, and it's also hard to do because everything is slow. And the last thing I want is to, like, make it seem like I'm disappearing because I'm just grinding myself. But man, I'm working all the time on this thing, you know? So it's difficult.
You guys want to see something funny? It's kind of a throwback.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Jim Shooter left Valiant and he started a new company called Defiant? And
yes,
one of their first project was a comic called Plasm.
Oh yeah.
And if you remember, one of the things they did with it is did a card set where if you put all the pages, all the cards together, it actually made a comic. Well, before that came out, they did a special 0 issue of Plasm that looked like this.
Oh yeah.
Now here's the thing about this. Plasm is worthless. There's not a single issue that has any value to it except this one.
Why?
That's the trick. When this was published, there were a small amount of them printed, and I've actually done the research on it, that had 1 staple.
What?
And what I mean is, you've never heard of that before, have you?
Never.
Where a comic has only 1 staple, and it had 1 staple right in the middle.
Okay.
And that's it. It was a preview comic, an issue, issue 0, and believe it or not, it guides for about $15.
That's
which
really
is insane for a book or a series that's not worth anything. But because of how hard these are to find, I looked up to see if anybody had ever graded these, and they've actually have some that are graded. There's about 20 of them out there that have been graded.
Are you going to grade it?
I don't think so, because there's not a demand for it, but you never know. But it's just something that's so unique. When have you ever heard of a comic with only 1 staple in it? And that's how they produced it. That's how they produced it. They're trying to save money. Exactly. So, and I also forgot, there was another comic that I picked up.
What's up, Tank? How you doing?
Hey, Tank. How's it going?
What's up, man?
This is Red Roots. It's kind of a weird book. But the art it's written and drawn by Lorenzo Di Felici, who also did he did the one with Robert Kirkman,
Outcast,
Oblivion Song. He did Oblivion Song, and his art is gorgeous. I love his art. He did another series. I think it was only like 3 issues that I picked up the first one and really liked it, and didn't pick up the others because it was like $7.99 each. But this one actually was a little bit more reasonable. It's like a double-sized issue for $4.99.
Is that his new book?
Yes, this is his new book, and it's interesting. It has 2 different stories going on at the same time, and apparently the 2 different stories are going to merge together at some point. But you got this guy, he's like an assassin, and he's going after and he's killing people and so forth. And the other story is this woman who's a single woman. She's a teacher. She goes home and she's feeding her cats, and all of a sudden she finds a severed head in her, like a mummified severed head in her house. And she calls the police. They come out, they investigate, whatever. She goes to a friend's house. She's like, this is shocking. I don't know what's going on. And the police call her and say, okay, it's all clear. We've cleaned everything up. You can go back home. And she goes back home and finds another severed head. It's like, it's freaking creepy. And then the last page of it, there's like a knock at the door, and this like giant golem like comes through the door looking for something. Says, "You have something of mine." And apparently, it's probably the heads. But what does that have to do with this assassin who's killing people? I have no idea. But apparently, these two stories are going to merge together at some point. But it's kind of like supernatural horror as well. So, but I mean, it's the guy's art is gorgeous, and
he's a really good storyteller.
Well, in Oblivion Song, the world, the other world, the alternate dimension was a character of its own, with all the creatures and all that kind of stuff. And I love that about that story. That one only went for like 24 issues, though. From what I understand, it did get opted, but I haven't heard anything else.
I mean, he does. I mean, why work on it past getting opted? Really?
Well, I think they told the story. I think they finished the story.
Yeah, Kirkman is pretty good at just like finishing whatever story. He doesn't need the money, so he just finishes whatever the story is.
Yeah. Sometimes he does some good stuff. Sometimes it's not.
I put a link in chat to that guy who did the Usagi Yojimbo 84 thing.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
To one of his pieces.
It's pretty good.
Instagram. I think so. This stuff's really good. Like his watercolors are fantastic.
I told you it was real. I told you it was painted. It didn't look digital. Yeah, that's dope.
Okay, hold on a second. Try to make it a little bit bigger, maybe. There we go. Make it smaller, makes it bigger. Oh, one of the other things that Todd and I did after our recording of the videos is we made sure we picked up I went ahead and reserved our tickets for Heroes Con, so that's done.
Nice.
Oh, it's not a lot. A little bit of stuff.
But you can scroll through that image.
Look
that one image. You can see his process a little bit.
Wait, what am I doing?
There's more images to that post. You know, on Instagram, how you can just flip through stuff. Maybe it's harder on PC.
I rarely use Instagram. So, oh, that's pretty. I like that. Very watercolor-ishy.
Because it's watercolors?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like.
well, I was never very good with watercolors. They're
not difficult.
My version of watercolors is just slapping it down on the paper.
And that's what got you in trouble with the police.
Yes.
Those look really good, man. Those are good. Look at his traditional watercolors.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Where is he? Is he in like St. Augustine or something?
I don't know. He's from Tennessee. When I went to his website.
Yeah, he's a very good traditional painter. Look at that.
Well, we should definitely check to see if he's going to be hanging out at Heroes Con. That'd be cool.
He might. It's in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an incredible artist.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Love it.
when is Heroes Con?
The weekend of the 13th and 14th
So next week?
of June.
Oh, right.
So a month away.
I don't think I can make it.
Oh?
Yeah, I've got to work, unfortunately. And I don't know if I have
Oh,
the
he's
money.
doing it. He's going to be there.
What?
That's for 2025.
Oh. He was there last year then.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll be back.
Plus, where is this? Is it in Tennessee or North Carolina?
It's in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
All right.
Todd, I need my what files fixed. We literally just answered that question. Andrew had me answer it for you.
Yeah, I said I know he's going to come in here and ask the question, so let's go ahead
I'm
and get
working
it out
on
of the
it.
way.
I'm working on it. I promise I'm working on it. It's coming. And when it starting up again, it's going to be driving a lot faster. So I promise.
You know what I think is so funny?
MK, you're not helping, sir.
He says, make him answer again, Richard. That's why we have rewind, right? Richard, I'm working on a series of videos with Todd where we're doing like an interview type thing where we're talking about adventures that we've been on with like comic conventions and stuff like that. I'm going to show it's proof of concept of what I want to do with you, sir, one day, if you were willing to, talking about our life in comics, and you'll see what I mean eventually. I still want to do it. Richard and I, we sat down, we talked for hours and just told stories, and I'm like, dude, we got to make videos of this and, get it out there. Our stories are, let me rephrase. His stories were amazing. So my stories, not so much. I mean, hell, the funniest part of our story was the disagreement over the Dukes of Hazzard lyrics, which, as everybody knows, I was 100% correct. So,
the good old boy.
Hold on a second. MK says, I seriously love to go to a show with you guys at some point. Well, we'll be at Heroes Con.
Heroes Con, come, dude. Please. It'd be so much fun.
Our tickets have been bought. The plan is in action. So Richard says, not amazing, Andrew, just older. Well, he says he's in Japan then. So
I'm actually trying to debate. Hey, MK, have you ever been to SIGGRAPH?
What is that?
SIGGRAPH is a convention in LA, or at least it's in LA this year. It's the computer graphics. It's known as the computer graphics convention. It's been there for like, I don't know. I don't know how long it's been there. I've had stuff premiere at SIGGRAPH, but I've never been to SIGGRAPH. But I have to imagine now it's more AI based because it's computer graphics. And so I'm thinking about going out there in July, I think it is. But I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to figure out. MK says, but I will better plan your next go. We go every year. You're more than welcome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to keep you to that word. Have not. We'll need to read about it. Yeah. SIGGRAPH is interesting. I'm trying. It's industry based, but I'm trying to decide. I really love my blockchain conventions, but like blockchain, there's not a lot. Like AI is kind of taken over right now, so it's kind of like I feel like I need to. If I'm going to make networking connections, I need to kind of push into that. What's that face, Andrew?
Nothing. I wasn't going to say anything.
No, you got a face. I know your face.
I do have a face.
Mm-hmm.
It would sting so much more if we were in person. So I'm going to save it to when I see you in a couple of weeks.
Good. Yeah, much better.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's just some things we don't talk about on the stream.
Okay.
All right, well, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I know we're a little bit early, but
we got 10 minutes.
What else do you have to say?
Anything.
You want to talk about Goonies for another 10 minutes?
Please don't make me have to sit there with my daughter and while she cries herself to sleep.
That's part of the job, man. It's part of the job.
I've got.
What are you doing for your wife for Mother's Day?
Well, I don't want to like spoil it. I don't want to.
Does she really watch this stream?
She might be.
Okay, never mind.
Richard says more peeps.
Oh, we do have peeps. Hey, the fans have asked for it.
Are you really good?
Fans have asked for it.
Please don't do that.
Not really. I really don't want to. I got that really high A1C, and I'm bringing my numbers down. I mean, I'm doing really good with my numbers. Last thing I want to do is
you're actually watching your stuff and taking your medicines and all that.
Yep. My numbers have been great. I actually had a couple days where I was below 100, which
awesome. I don't know what those numbers mean, but it sounds
right.
Good. MK says the peep show. It's like the gun show, but no guns. It's more like Russian roulette.
Yeah.
It's a little more like
Yeah.
Russian roulette.
Actually, you know what we could do?
Oh fuck.
I bought these. Good God, was it Easter?
Oh, Andrew.
It was the M&Ms. I never did try the M&Ms. There were 3 new flavors of M&Ms that I picked up, and I never ever even opened them up. But
Andrew.
it was the cherry
Andrew,
chocolate cupcake.
Why do
It
you
was
buy
the
this stuff?
lemon, to try them out on a stream, lemon meringue pie, and peanut butter cinnamon roll.
Oh my god.
So Andrew, I got to figure at this point your blood's basically just like 90% corn syrup.
No.
Yes.
It's actually doing much, much better. You guys think so highly of me. So
You just showed us 3 pounds of M&Ms.
they're only 9 ounces, so they're not even a pound. This
Andrew,
one's 7.4 ounces.
Andrew, speaking as a fellow diabetic, I splurged today and let myself eat a packet of donuts.
MK, you're so bad. MK is like they're turning into those pies you only ever ate in a long drive from a gas station. Taste them. Tell me if they're good, especially the lemon.
I've had those.
When he visits, wait a minute. Sorry, Zach. When Andrew drives to visit me for Heroes Con, his number one snack, he has a couple of cartons of Little Debbie's brownies. And he's been eating those.
It's the only time I get Little Debbie's is on road trips. I don't have them any other time. I get a box of brownies and I get a box of Swiss rolls.
Oh.
And the number of times I've gone home with more than half a box untouched happens more often than you think. So,
Andrew,
Richard says those M&Ms look hazardous to your health. Yes, they probably are.
Try
but you know
the lemon.
what?
Try the lemon.
We are going to try the lemon.
Attaboy, Drew. I do Corn Nuts, Slim Jims, and Monster. I like Slim Jims.
Oh my gosh! You know, there was a road trip. It was coming back from Reading. I mixed Circus peanuts and Monster drink. You want to talk about disgusting?
The worst,
absolutely disgusting.
Probably
we'll never
the worst
ever do it
trip
again.
I had the bright idea. In college, I had a blue Camaro, and the only reason that's relevant is that the trunk is open because you can go through the back seat and there's a trunk because it was just kind of open like that. And I was on a trip from I don't know if I was going from Atlanta to Jacksonville or Jacksonville to Atlanta. I don't remember, but I bought a 6-foot long Slim Jim. It was giant. It was a 6-foot long Slim Jim, and I thought it was perfect. One, because I love beef jerky, and 2, I could feed it in the back, and I had it open like right next to my face. So as I was driving, I would just like pull it and snap off and eat it, and just pull it up a little bit. By the time I got to wherever my destination was, there was about a foot left, and I was so sick. I was so ill from eating about 5 feet of Slim Jim.
Well,
I used to mix Sudafed with a Monster.
Huh?
When I was sick and have to go to work at the warehouse, I would take Sudafed and wash it down. Like the Sudafed you have to sign for, and wash it down with those coffee Monsters.
Oh God. It's a horrible company.
That's what my head felt like.
Way back in the day when I was in high school, I had to pull an all-nighter for one reason or another. I bought a 6-pack of Jolt Cola and a box of Nodos. I was up for 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's speed.
All right, let's give this a try. All right, so what we have here is we have the bakery collection from M&M's. This is the lemon meringue pie. I specifically found these at Target around Easter time. So there's a little over a couple weeks old. They're not that old, but let's give these a shot. As a matter of fact, my wife is a big lemon fan. One year for her birthday, knowing how much she likes lemon, the kids and I made her a birthday cake. It was lemon cake with lemon frosting, and we decorated it with lemon head candies. Needless to say, we've never done that again. But it was gross. It was disgusting. But we were like, yeah, she likes lemons. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. She doesn't like lemons that much. All right, here we go. Oh, my goodness.
God.
Oh, shoot.
Chemical smell.
Oh, it smells like lemons. I mean, fresh lemons, like right off the linen. Right off the
linen?
The linen hanging. You know how you never mind. Forget it. It smells like fresh
You haven't
lemon.
smelled a real lemon, so you're thinking about the lemon-scented bleach that you use to wash your clothes in.
All right, and of course they are yellow and kind of beigeish colors. Well, no, I'm sorry, the light's really bad.
The lemon scented bleach would be safer.
They're yellow and white. They're yellow and white. Okay. Now this is probably not something that I should do one at a time. I should take like a handful.
Do three.
Yeah, I got three.
Yeah.
So this would well, these are all yellow. So let me grab a white one. Gotta throw a white one in there.
Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah, 2 yellows and 2 whites, okay?
Yeah.
They don't smell that good together, but in the bag, whoa. You can get high off the smell of lemon, so it's definitely a lemon chemical. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna try this.
Yeah,
okay, you ready?
Just lick it and put it in your mouth.
Avery, you'll be happy to know there isn't a sugary after taste touch, so I probably will not need to lick my fingers after these. There's not residue.
If you keep talking, they're gonna melt in your hands, bro. Oh, God.
I lost one.
You can't even chug right. So disgusting.
They're very crispy. Mmm. 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 Definitely, you can definitely taste. You know what it is? The white is the meringue. The yellow is the lemon, and the white is the meringue.
Oh.
I'm going to try.
Oh, he's going for
the yellows.
seconds.
I'm going to try 2 of the yellows. Mmm. Mmm. They definitely, you taste the chocolate, but it's very crispy. I wonder if I could bite one of these in half and see what it looks like on the inside.
You're chewing into him now.
Oh, that's interesting. They're like white on the inside.
It's like white chocolate, yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, white chocolate.
It's the same chocolate that Reese's uses.
I'm gonna bite into a yellow one. Hold on.
Which is not chocolate.
I think I already bit into one of those already. Hold on. I'm gonna bite into a white one.
You're just gonna bite into all of them.
No, it's still white on the inside too.
Yeah, it's like a white chocolate thing.
Yeah. All right, that's enough. It's only 40 calories.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, 140 calories. Sorry, I read it wrong. How many is in a serving? 7. Oh no, it's 7 servings per container. Serving size is 1 ounce, about 30 pieces. I had 4, 5, 6, 7. I had maybe 8.
Okay, you're such MK's like cherry cupcake time. Just do it. Just do it. What the hell? Just do it.
Cherry cupcake.
Oh my God, MK, you're so bad, dude.
All right. I gotta have some water here. I gotta wash. Oh
MK's just waiting for the day where he can post. Too bad about Andrew. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
I swear to God,
that guy.
he's already got it. He's already got it copied and pasted to his clipboard.
Yes. You can thank me later, Todd. Hey, don't bring me into this.
All right, hold on. All right, this one's taking. All right, let's see. All right, these are brown and red flavor colored. So cherry chocolate cupcake. That makes sense. Okay.
Now is it
cherry
chocolate and cupcake like they did before, like 3 things, or is it one taste of cherry chocolate cupcake?
Well, it definitely has a cherry flavoring to it.
But there's different colors, so you think it's cherry. One is cherry, one is chocolate, and one is
possibly. Okay, so I've got 4. I've got 2 reds and 2 browns. These are a little bit bigger than the lemon meringue. Whoa. The cherry flavor kicks in. Now, I'm not a big fan of cherries to begin with. If you put a cherry on top of my ice cream, I pop it off. I don't eat it. I rarely ever will eat it. But with the chocolate, the cupcake, oh my gosh, this is freaking delicious.
So is it really like there's one M&M that's cherry, one M&M that's cupcake?
That's what it feels like. Feels like. Okay.
It says better living through science.
Peanut butter cinnamon roll. Oh wait,
God.
I gotta rinse my mouth off.
And this is the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They also had a peanut butter and jelly flavored M&M, which I actually tried. Was actually really good. And they had a honey roasted peanut M&M, which I'm not a big fan of peanuts. Why is this? Gotta get out the scissors. For some reason, this one doesn't want to open. All right. And these are different browns. Peanut butter cinnamon roll. Okay, that makes sense. This had better be the best smelling M&Ms I've ever smelled. Definitely smell the cinnamon. I don't smell peanut butter. Definitely smell the cinnamon. So let's grab a couple of these. I got 2 browns. And
well, you definitely have enough for your van. So,
all right. So I've got 2 of each. All right.
That's true. I didn't actually. Wait a minute. I didn't actually ask when you wrapped your car around the pole. Did the kids make it? The kids that were tied up in the back.
All right. So I'm gonna try these now. Okay. Tasting the cinnamon.
This is like the redneck version of a food show.
Oh, I am liking these a lot. Now I taste the peanut butter. The peanut butter's now hitting me. Okay.
Richard says, Todd, did Andrew wreck his ice cream truck? Yeah, he did. He wrapped it around a pole.
Yeah.
Did not wrap it around the pole.
The pole wrapped around him.
Oh my goodness gracious. Guys, not a big fan of the lemon. I'm not a big fan of lemon to begin with, but the lemon meringue actually was very nice. Not a fan of cherry, but the cherry chocolate cupcake was also very nice. Peanut butter cinnamon roll. Freaking awesome. This was really good. Highly recommended if you're in your Target and they still have some left. I don't know.
No,
if this is
wait. You got to give it a score of 0 to 10. 10 being perfect.
Peanut butter cinnamon roll, definitely an 8.
Oh.
Cherry cupcake, chocolate cupcake, a 7, and lemon meringue pie, I give also a 7. These were all very good, very, very. They tasted very yummy. But I give the edge to the peanut butter cinnamon roll.
MK says a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations.
A sublime palette of odoriferous emanations.
It's like a wine tasting with him. He smells it. He gets the bouquet.
Yeah.
And there's nothing on my fingers to lick, so I mean, it's much better than Peeps.
Thank God.
I mean, your fingers still taste like sausages, from what I hear. So. Richard says, "I wonder how many lab rats died."
Probably a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Probably. All right, guys. Well, thank you once again for joining us. It's after 10. I've got to go make videos, so it's wonderful seeing you all again. I was telling my wife and I were talking earlier about, I love the fact that I have friends from high school that I talk to every week. Whether I hang out with them
and other people. There are
great.
other people, Zach and everyone in chat, like Richard and MK. We didn't go to high school with them, but it's like
but
what
I'm trying to say is you're more important to me.
Zach's like, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering why. Kind of wondering why.
We need
my advice, Zach: run while you can.
We need somebody else to pick on other than Todd. Otherwise, we do Todd picking all day long.
This is true.
Yeah, and the fact is, half the time I'm muted, I'm not even paying attention. So you can insult me all you want, I won't even notice.
That's okay. We will. We will. All right, guys. Good night. Hope you have a wonderful week. I hope I get something good this week to share with you guys. I did get some slab books back. 4 of them don't belong to me, so they're going. 1 belonged to me, and of course, I already took it to the store and forgot to bring it back in to share with you guys. So if it's still here next week, I'll share it with you. But otherwise, have a good one, guys. Good night.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Night, MK. Night, Richard.